What's good, y'all? You know, it's been all cold, it's been all snowing, it's been all overcast and stuff. That's why I've been recording so much in my room the past couple of days. You know, but one of the things I've really been enjoying is one of my older practices. One of the practices I've been talking about, one of my older videos. It's just to sit in nature, close your eyes, and listen to it. See, a lot of y'all can hear nature, you can hear health talk, you can hear spiritual conversations, but are you listening to it? Are you really tuning into it? Are you analyzing it? Are you interpreting it? You know, what inspired me to make this video was hearing all these geese. You know, one of the most interesting things I love about them is hearing how they take off, hearing what their wings sound like when they flap as they're flying away. It sounds like just like a powerful vibration. You can just hear the buzz. You know what I'm saying? You can hear the buzz coming from their wings, and it's something that's very unique. And I love the way that they communicate with one another. When I was walking here before I recorded my last video, like the first goose that was closest to me, you know, it started like squawking, or whatever the proper word is. You know, it was squawking. Then as I started getting closer, a few more started to squawk because they started to move away. And then eventually they all started talking. But said, hey, take off. And they all took off. Why do you think the Air Force goes jet after jet after jet? Why do you think they all take off around the same time? Because they study nature. Why do you think some of our stealth bombers and our jets are designed a certain way? Because they learn the aerodynamics of the birds. The birds fly, so do the jets. What do you think came first, the bird or the jet? The chicken or the egg, right? But in this case, we know who came first, you know? But are y'all listening to nature? You know, do y'all know what it sounds like to hear the snow melt beneath your feet? Did you ever just sit down and just hear the crunch, hear the slush of the snow beneath your boots? You know, yeah, have you ever heard, you know, the leaves fall off? Hold on one second. See, it is what it is. But have you ever heard a leaf touch the ground? You know what I'm saying? You know, have you ever heard the squirrels talking to each other? You know, like I have like a tree that's right in front of my apartment, like on my little balcony thing. And every single morning there's like a few little squirrels that you can hear them chasing each other up and down the tree. You know, and it's like you could tell they're together because they do the same thing every morning. But have you heard squirrels talk to one another? Do some of y'all even know what a squirrel sounds like by itself? You feel me? This is how we need to, this shows us that we need to get reconnected, because that's where we're going. For those of us that don't want to conform to certain rules, societal rules that are happening right now, I see it that we're going to have to be living off the land here shortly. You know, some of us are so unattuned in nature that we can't hear it. You know, let's just put it like this. The geese are Chinese, the crows are Japanese, the squirrels are German. You know, these are all the languages of nature that we do not understand. We can have little birds tweeting at us saying, hey, that person's been following you for the past 3 blocks. But since you don't know the language, you don't know the lesson that they're trying to impart on you. You feel me? Nature's always talking to you. It's always talking to you whether you listen or not. That's why, especially when you're sitting out here in the sun, when you're doing your sun gazing, when you're doing sun meditations, we're doing whatever it is that you're doing, and you're getting that vibration, that's the vibration you're tuning into that's always there. But just like a radio station, you have to tune into it to hear it. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we need to get back to. You know, like for example, there's a crow in that tree over there that's flew off, but it calls, or whatever the proper word is, 4 to 7 times every time. At first it was 4 6 4 6, but then it was 4 6 4 6 4 7. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. You know, how many people really sit down and pay attention to this? You know, crows communicate. Y'all know how crows and ravens, you know how smart they are. You know, and one of the things I noticed one day, I was walking out, and like, it was like I didn't hear any crows from around the corner, but I heard them in one tree, and then they were pretty much saying, hey, there's a guy down there, there's someone walking down there. That's what I got, because the crows were relatively quiet around the corner. So as I walked, I heard the crow, I heard the crow, I heard the crow, I heard the crow. That one got quiet. I heard this crow, this crow, this crow. Then when I got to this one, I heard one down the street, or like down the sidewalk, you know, that was starting to communicate. They're all communicating just like we should be. You know, but they're doing it in a different way. But who's to say that we can't understand the crows just like we can understand a foreign language? That's why it's really time to get back in touch with nature. You know, sometimes it's the sound that's the giveaway, and sometimes it's the sound that tells you that there's a predator near. If you're ever walking in the woods and all the birds, all the animals get quiet out of nowhere, you know that there's a predator around. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we need to get back to do. Are you hearing nature? Are you listening to it? Are you just taking in the ambient background noise? Or are you paying attention to particular things? The more that you tune into this, you now learn that there's more information than what meets the eye. Nature is always talking to you. The universe is always talking to you. It's just up to you to listen, not just hear it, to listen to it. To the next one.